The first thing I noticed wasn't the laughter. It was the silence before it. That kind of silence that folds the world in half, just before the blade drops. I was late to my own anniversary dinner. That wasn't an accident. I had lingered outside the restaurant, watching through the window. The woman who once couldn't stand to eat without me was now surrounded by her friends, a stranger's hand resting comfortably on her back. They looked radiant together. Betrayal always glows in the right lighting. When I finally walked in, everything froze. Their laughter caught mid-air. "Ah, he made it," someone said. My wife stood, eyes glistening, not from love, but from performance. She held a manila envelope. "Divorce papers. Happy anniversary," she said softly, her voice honey over glass. Her friends laughed. The man beside her raised his glass. "To new beginnings," he toasted. I looked at her, then at him. I smiled, and I signed, quietly, without a word. They clapped. As their applause echoed, I remembered the text message that had started this 6 weeks ago. "You deserve to know who she really spends her nights with." We'd been married 7 years. Routine had replaced passion, yes, but betrayal required imagination. Then came the gaps. Late meetings, unreachable weekends, perfume that didn't belong to her, floral, too youthful. One night I asked where she'd been. She smiled, kissed my cheek. Work drinks. Her lips tasted of gin and another man's patience. I didn't accuse. I observed. Silence frightens people more than fury. I started with the phone bill, then her calendar, then the hotel loyalty points. Patterns formed, always the same dates, the same downtown address. I visited one afternoon. There she was at the hotel cafe, laughing with a man I recognized, her colleague. He touched her wrist like it was a secret. She let him. That was the first moment I felt it. Not anger, control. A calm so sharp it cut through my chest and left everything clean. I hired a private investigator, not because I didn't know, but because I wanted proof that couldn't be denied. Pictures, receipts, timestamps. In the meantime, I played my role. Husband, provider, listener. Every "I love you," she offered, I returned. Every lie she told, I cataloged. 3 weeks later, the investigator called. "I've sent the report." "I'm sorry, I wasn't." The photos were efficient. Her and him at a hotel bar, her hand on his thigh, her head on his shoulder. Finally, her lips pressed against his outside a black car. The woman in those pictures wasn't the one who shared my home. She looked free. That night, she came home late. I was waiting in the kitchen, the report printed and folded neatly beside her wine glass. She froze when she saw it. "Is this—" "Yes." She reached for it. I watched her eyes move line to line, her mouth trembling. Finally, she looked up. "You followed me?" "No," I said. "I just paid attention." She started to cry. Those soft, rehearsed tears people use to wash guilt into sympathy. But I didn't move. "Can we talk about this?" she whispered. "We already have. You just didn't realize it." Which brings us back to tonight, our anniversary, the dinner she planned, the audience she gathered. She thought she controlled the story, that she would humiliate me, make me sign, and walk out with her lover like some victorious queen. But she didn't know what I had done. The envelope she handed me contained divorce papers. The one I handed her after signing contained something else. Copies of the investigator's report, and one more page. Her company's ethics clause. She had been sleeping with her subordinate. A single email had already gone out to her board. Her lover's wife had received another. When she opened the envelope, the laughter died instantly. Her friends fell silent. Her lover went pale. I raised my glass. "To truth," I said. Then I thanked them all for their company, their honesty, their entertainment, and I walked out, calm, weightless, free. Behind me, I heard her whisper my name. Half plea, half disbelief. I didn't turn. Outside, the night air felt colder than I expected. Clean. I stood by my car, watching my reflection in the window. I looked like a man who had finally stopped pretending. She took the life we built and tried to burn it for spectacle. I handed her the match and watched her light herself instead.